So, the MCU shows have been pretty bad so far. A significant departure in quality when compared to the last few movies that were put out. However, one of the good elements of these shows is John Walker from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the new Captain America before Sam took the role. He's one of the more, less shitty written parts of these shows. A complex character that we can actually root for. However, some people have hate on this dude for, reasons, I guess.
Throughout the first 5 episodes, I loved hating this guy. I can't remember the last time I got this invested in hating a fictional character, because he's such an asshole.
Wow. I never thought someone could be this dumb. If you haven't seen Falcon the Winter Soldier, bless their hearts if you didn't, let me briefly summarize the character and his role in the show's narrative. John Walker is the new Captain America at the start of Falcon the Winter Soldier, where he's on a mission to capture a deadly terrorist group, the Flag Smashers, and their leader, Karli Morgenthau. Not only that, he's trying to prove himself worthy of being the new captain to everyone, since, it's not exactly an easy act to follow when compared to Steve Rogers. Walker serves as an antagonistic force to our main characters, Sam and Bucky, clashing with them a few times in the show about how to handle Karli, and even having a big fight with them in episode 5. However, Walker works with them during the last episode to save some senators from Karli, and he becomes his own hero, probably going to be expanded on in his own show. Now, with all that being said, let's examine Walker's character from a writing standpoint, because I think the reason why people, or dumb people in this case, hate John Walker is that the show is trying to make the audience do that. And I'll explain why the show is a bit misleading when it comes to that regard. First, we get this moment right here where Walker tells Bucky and Sam that he isn't going to play nice with them anymore, after both parties can't get along with each other.
A word of advice then. Stay the hell out of my way.
Now, judging by the music here, you might think, oh my god, this is John Walker's I am evil moment. But let's really break down this scene from a writing standpoint. Multiple times throughout the episode, Walker has tried to approach Sam and Bucky, trying to prove he's a good guy to them, and tries to work with them on several occasions. Walker even helps Bucky out when he violates his parole, and he bails him out. However, Sam and Bucky have shown nothing but, at best, annoyance towards Walker, and at worst, being incredibly hostile towards him for no reason besides the fact, oh my god, he's the new Cap I hated. So at this point, Walker's patience has run thin, and he's not going to be polite to people who clearly aren't going to give him the time of day. Therefore, this dialogue makes sense, and to portray anything as villainous is quite simply ridiculous. Alright, that all makes sense. But what about after that interaction? Now that's when we get to the next episode, where Walker does lose his cool when one terrorist actively disrespects him. Now, this action is one of Walker's weaker points, where he shouldn't have acted that way in that particular instance. Since, you're supposed to keep a cooler head, since you're now the new Captain America and you want to get, good impressions from everyone. But let's say this from Walker's POV. We know that Walker has an incredible amount of pressure put on him since he is the new Captain America. As he has shown these feelings throughout the series, not to mention Walker has added pressure to go catch Karli since she's the leader of these dangerous terrorists, someone who can do a lot of damage since her group has super soldier serum. Therefore, it's understandable why he's a bit more agitated. These actions don't really paint him as a villain, but more someone who might not have what it takes to be the new symbol of heroism. The fact doesn't make Walker into a villain, mind you, it just makes him more of a flawed man trying to do his best. Now for the next episode, we get to the scene where Sam, Bucky, Walker, and Lamar are right near where Karli's hiding out. Quick reminder, she is responsible for the deaths of several people at this point, and threatened other people like Sam's family. So not a good person. Walker sees this as a chance to capture the baddies, since Karli is a major threat. However, Sam wants to try and talk to Karli, wanting to de-escalate things. Therefore, Sam convinces Walker to let him talk to Karli. However, several minutes pass and Sam isn't back yet. Feeling something is up, Walker decides to go in there to try and capture Karli. Walker storms in and tries to arrest Karli, however he's unsuccessful and Karli escapes. Now on the surface, Walker's actions here could be seen as the wrong move, as Sam seemed to be making good progress with Karli, and it seemed like he was about to convince her to stop being a villain. But again, let's look at this action from Walker's POV. It's already established that Walker doesn't have the best relationship with Sam and Bucky, as he's very reluctant to go with Sam's plan. Plus, Sam and Bucky are working with a known terrorist, so that doesn't really help much. But regardless of all that, Walker trusts Sam to do this plan, at least for the first few minutes, until he finally loses his patience and he charges in. Walker's impatience did cost an early victory, and for the show to be done sooner, but that doesn't come from a place of evil, as his patience was finally broken after being tested for so long, which is understandable, especially with the high stresses he's going through with being the new Captain America. Plus, Walker is a military man, who likely has had experiences when other soldiers went out and didn't report back, which could mean that these men were either captured or dead. Therefore, Walker has plenty of reasons to rush in when he did, seeing that the plan could have gone south and he wanted to still try to capture Carly if there was still a chance. It was a combination of Walker's general annoyance with Sam and likely other experiences to give him that feeling that something has gone wrong. So let's get into that scene. Probably the one you've seen the most online, the infamous Walker being someone to death with the shield. After the death of Lamar, Walker chases down one of the men who is responsible for his death, and he kills that man with countless people watching. Now, based on how the show displays this sequence of events, Walker is being seen as the villain at this moment for killing this man. Once again, there's a lot of important context that seems to be overlooked. As I mentioned before, Walker has been going through some incredibly stressful times during the course of the show. First, being the new Captain America and trying to live up to that title, clashing with Sam and Bucky about how to handle Carly, along with not really getting along with them at all, despite his best efforts to work with these guys. Carly committing terrible acts, killing dozens of people, including his best friend, the person who's been supporting him the most throughout the series, being murdered right in front of him by one of these terrorists. Yeah, I think at that point, plenty of people can break from that and just let their emotions take over. Now, I'm not saying what he did was right or good, as that is a different discussion altogether. What I am saying, from the situation he was placed in, what stresses he was going through during those moments, it's understandable why he snapped. He did those things out of rage and vengeance, not out of villainous intent of, "Wahaha, I'm evil." Regardless, next episode, Sam and Bucky defeat him and take him back to his bosses, put him on trial for killing that terrorist guy, for which he receives an honorable discharge. But that won't keep Walker down, as during that same episode, in the mid-credits scene, he puts together a new shield, albeit just with regular metal. Then during the next episode, Walker goes to where the final battle is happening and goes in to stop Carly from kidnapping several senators. But during his events, Walker's getting his ass kicked by these baddies for a bit, but he keeps on going, showing he still has the resolve to avenge his friend. But when people are about to die, John Walker puts aside his vengeance to go and save those people, showing that he is a true hero, that he's willing to put aside vengeance to do the right thing. So everything we just listed show Walker not as an evildoer who wants to be evil because I'm evil, but as a multi-layered character. He's a flawed man and makes his mistakes, but he knows when to do the right thing. But those examples are not the only thing that shows John Walker's good nature. We get scenes where Walker meets Lamar's family and gives his condolences. This action here shows that Walker has guilt about what happened and wants to make things right. And we do get a moment where Walker accepts Sam as the true successor to Steve Rogers, showing a bit of humility that he knows he'll never be Captain America. And he accepts that and lets someone who might be a bit better at the job take his reign. Now, this show, among other Disney Plus Marvel shows, is not good. But John Walker is the diamond in the rubble here. Walker is a character who does care about people and wants to do the right thing, but he has flaws that hold him back from being truly worthy of being Captain America. But he also has strengths that makes him worthy of being a hero. Perhaps not Captain America, but maybe his own identity, to make a hero that he can be, rather trying to be something that he isn't. Walker is a nuanced character who is incredibly flawed, but a good man at the end of the day. People who call him a villain ultimately misunderstand who he is, who probably didn't think about the character aside from, "Oh my god, he's new Cap, bad. Music makes him bad." And honestly, I look forward to seeing him again. Although, I hope that they get a better writer, because I really don't want them to ruin this guy. Please, Marvel, he's your best character in these shows. Please treat him with some respect. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video around, and I hope to see you all next time.